Taurus, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your June shift reading. So we're looking at the shape you are shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks like and feels like for you in June. So Taurus, before I get into cards, as I was asking for an image to come through that might be useful for you to work with this month, the image that I saw was of someone detangling their hair. Like I saw like working a brush through a hair, working a comb through the hair, working your fingers through to get the knots out. But the spirit of it was actually really loving, almost like the way like a parent would brush the hair of a child, you know? And I like the energy of it was like, it felt really good. You know, it was like, ooh, brush my hair. You know, that feels so good when you brush my hair, like run your fingers through my hair. That feels so nice. So it was a very like tender and loving act to be detangling the knots so that your hand could run smoothly through your hair, and then like the feeling of your hand running smoothly through the hair was really comforting and soothing. Interesting. It's very Taurian because it's this like sensual, physical sensation of an experience that feels really grounded and comforting, and it's Taurus energy right there. Okay, let's go to cards. We are asking first, what is the shape that Taurus is shifting out of in the month of June? That was fast. Okay, shifting out of Aquarius energy. Interesting, interesting. Okay, what is Taurus shifting into this month? What is the shape that Taurus is shifting into in June? All right, Seven of Wands. Aries just got this in the exact same position. Interesting. So here's your shapeshift. And to me, the way this comes through, this specific card representing Aquarius energy often comes through to me as an idea. The moment that inspiration strikes or something new comes into your world, something new comes into your experience, because what I see from this is like, well, first of all, Aquarius is associated with Uranus energy, which is often symbolized by a lightning bolt, the lightning striking with a new idea, or it's almost like this person reached up and drew new energy out of the sky, drawing something down from heaven to be like born into earth, you know, drawing something from the sky to become flesh on earth. And then I see the Seven of Wands as like you embodying the fire energy, because Wands is fire. Embodying the fire energy, the confidence, the drive, the ambition, the creativity to act on this idea. So if this is like the larger moment of here it is, then this is you being like, and here we go. Here it is, and here we go. That's what that feels like to me. And it's like, this is something you're willing to fight for. That's the energy. This is like very combative energy, right? This is something I'm willing to fight for. I will fight tooth and nail for this. Let's go. Okay, let's see what this shape shift looks and feels like for Taurus in the month of June. I just saw Virgo energy flip up. And to me, Virgo energy is that like nurturing something, caring for something, like very physically caring for something, with like a higher goal in mind. Maybe that does need to come through because I'm feeling it so strongly. I don't know. I'm just going to keep shuffling. You know, okay. Virgo energy will tend to something, tend to the garden, tend to the child, tend to the cooking, tend to the cleaning, like whatever that is. It's like Virgo energy is very nurturing, but it's usually serving something higher, like a higher spiritual ideal. Virgo likes to create a system so that everything works smoothly. Okay. Oh, haha. Fire energy. And what do we say? 7 of Wands. I think this is you embodying your fire energy, my friend. Okay, let's look at these cards. I like this a lot. This is your experience of this shapeshift this month. We've got the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and fire. Pure fire energy here. The 10 of Wands is fire energy too, and I think that's important. This card is all about putting down burdens, putting down what has weighed you down. You know, it's like the person in this 10 of Wands is carrying all of this heavy load and has been carrying it for what looks like a pretty long time. And I think you're either ready or realizing that in order to make room for this new thing that you're trying to bring in or that is coming into your world, it's like this hand needs to be open to receive this. And it can't do that if it's carrying all of this stuff. So it's like in order to open to receive this new thing that's entering your mind or your physical experience, whatever that is for you, you've got to free up your energy. It's like you've got to lighten the load. You've got to clean house, maybe physically, since we have that Virgo energy, or maybe metaphorically speaking, probably both. But whatever this is, it's something that you need to put down and move on from. Because that's what we're getting with the 6 of Swords. It's like you put down this load that you've been carrying, get on the boat and head in the opposite direction. See that? And this boat in the 6 of Swords carries you to safety. It carries you to smoother waters. And, you know, it's like the person in this boat is not super happy about this transition, not super happy about this change. Like they kind of miss the old life. They kind of miss what they used to have and the way they used to carry whatever this is. But it's like you get in the boat anyway because you know it's better for you. You know, like you know it's the better thing to do. You know that it's just time. It's just time to move on, even if you feel a little bittersweet about that. And the reason I think it's interesting that the Wands is representing fire energy, and here you have fire energy and more wands, is that it takes quite a bit of gumption to put down something you have been carrying for a long time. It takes guts, and guts to me is fire energy. Like the gumption to act on your gut knowing, that's fire. That's the fire that gets lit underneath of you here that says, hey, we can't just stand here holding all of this because something new is trying to come in. So get the gumption, the guts that you need to say, I'm not doing this anymore. And to throw down what you have been holding, what you have been carrying. And it looks like, Taurus, what you've been carrying all on your own. It's like, I've been carrying the bulk of the work here. I've been doing all of this. And it's up to you, it looks like, to put that down and do a 180 here. That's what we're seeing. It's like a total 180 turnaround, a total flip-flop. And just completely move on to a state of being that is more confident, more action-oriented, a physical embodiment of this fire energy. It's like the fire within you is being lit for the first time. And suddenly you're ready to stand up for yourself. Suddenly you're ready to take action on your own behalf, despite any obstacles that would come your way, or despite any resistance that anybody else around you might bring towards you. It's like, no, I'm ready to fight for what's right for me, or I'm ready to fight for this, or I'm ready to take action towards this with boldness, with confidence, with absolute passion. You're going for it. That's what it feels like. It's like, I'm going for it. We're doing this. And this is because I keep feeling this 180, it's like we're doing things differently. We're doing things differently now. We're doing things differently now because this new thing is coming in, and I have an idea about how to make this a better experience. And so this is like a better experience for you, a better experience for others. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. But it's like, here you are putting that plan into action. And you seem to be at the forefront of this, taking the lead on this, or that's at least what's being asked of you. To take the lead on this. Taurus, I like it. Okay, my friend. So I'm going to ask, we're looking at June. We're looking at this shift of something new coming in, and lighting a fire for you to like really embody your fiery spirit in a new way. So as we're looking at this shift for you, I'm thinking about eclipse season. We have 2 eclipses coming up in the month of June. All right, we've got a lunar eclipse first, which is a full moon eclipse in Sagittarius. And then we've got a solar eclipse, which is a new moon eclipse in Cancer. And for those of you who follow my work on Patreon, on Instagram, you know that I use Sabian symbols as part of my astrology work every week with the moon. And so looking at these eclipses, Sabian symbols were channeled by a medium in the 20s, by the way, and they are a symbol that is attached to each degree of the zodiac. So the symbol for the lunar eclipse, the first eclipse in June, is seagulls watching a ship. The symbol for the second eclipse, the solar eclipse in June, is the ship lowering its old flag and raising a new one. So, how that applies to your reading, it looks like here's the new flag. It's like this new thing to follow, this new ideal, this new way of going about something is trying to come in. But there's no room on the flagpole if the old stuff is crowding, right? There's like nowhere for it to go. So you need to put down, it's like the seagulls are watching and waiting to see what you're gonna do. To put down the old flag, to make room. Interesting too that we have a boat in your reading and there's the ship imagery. To make room for this new thing that is ready to burst, ready to come in. It's like a new paradigm or a new rule book, something like that. This is a new era. That's what it feels like to me. Really interesting. So I'm going to choose a card from the Next World Tarot that represents this eclipse energy for you, Taurus. What is the energy for Taurus coming through in the June eclipses? Dang it if it isn't the Seven of Wands again. Look at that. Same card, pal. And it says courage. You know, it takes courage to put down the old and transition into something new. And specifically for you, Taurus, it takes courage to utilize your fire, to stand up for yourself, to be bold in the way you take action. And here it is. You having the courage to do what is right, to stand up for what is right for you. That's what these eclipses are all about. So we're going to dive into this a little bit deeper now in an extended reading. I'm going to use other decks to get some clarity on the shift that came through and the card that came through for the eclipse energy for you. So if you would like to view that, click the link in the description below and that will take you over to Patreon. Patreon is a community I've created online for folks who have been following my work for some time and are resonating with the way I pull cards. If that's you and you'd like to see the extended for June, head over there, read the description on Patreon about how a patronage works so you know how it's all set up, and then I will send you the extended reading for June, okay? Taurus, maybe I'll see you over on Patreon for the rest of this reading, but regardless, thanks so much for being here. If you're enjoying the work that I'm putting out here on YouTube, it helps a lot if you comment, let me know how this is sitting with you. Click like on the video, you know, that just helps the video spread around to where it needs to go. And of course, subscribing to the channel helps it grow. So Taurus, happy June, happy Gemini season. And I look forward to diving deeper into how this courage is coming up, bubbling up inside of you this month. Take care. I think this is a shift in power to a structure that is more equal, rather than, for example, men ruling over women, having some sort of like overlord power over the women. This is equal partners. So again, that could apply to your family, that could apply to your workplace. But this is saying, excuse me, you're giving me all the work and none of the power, and that's not how this works. We are equals. My boundaries are being pushed. This isn't working. We need a new structure, and I need to be part of the decision-making process. So your fire, the courage to stand up for yourself, this is what I'm trying to say, is bringing you up to equal status with this emperor, whoever that is in your life, or whatever that energy represents in your life. This is you rising up to meet that energy with equality, with just as much power.